Rindercella. Yeah, that's it. Phyllis, Rindercella. No. Rindercella. Hold on, let's try it. Hold on. Now, once upon a time in a faraway corn country lived a very beautiful girl. And her name was,
Rindercella.
Rindercella, that's it. That's what I said, Rindercella. Now Rindercella lived with her ugly other and her two sad misters to boot. And in the same corn country with a very prancing hen, so he was going to throw a fancy fall. Well, he divided all the people for riles and riles and riles around, and especially the pitch people, because the pitch people got all that money, and they give you better presents. Well, now Rindercella's ugly other and her two sad misters went out to buy some fancy presents for the fancy fall, but Rindercella could not go. No, Rindercella could not go. Mainly on account of all she had to wear were some old Rudy dads. What? I just said Rindercella. That's what I was saying, Rindercella. But, well, finally the night of the fancy fall arrived, and Rindercella, well, she just tapped down and cried. She was just a kid in there crying when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, appeared right before her very eyes, her Gary Fod mother. Well, she touched her with her magic wand, and then appearing out of nowhere before long was a kick-boach and Hicks white horses to take her to the fancy fall. A kick-boach and Hicks white horses to take her to the fancy fall. A kick-boach and Hicks white horses to her ugly other sad Mr. Prancing hens and all at the fancy fall. Well, then she said to Rindercella in her own inimitable way, I knew I was going to mess up a word in this song somewhere. She said, now Rindercella, don't be late when you get back in afore midnight, or I'll turn you into a tumpkin. And who wants to get turned into a tumpkin? Oh, yeah. Well, Rindercella arrived at the fancy fall, and the prancing hens met her down at the end of the hall. He'd been watching her behind the window, and when the dance started up, he asked her to go. Well, Rindercella and the prancing hens danced all night. That's right, all night until midnight. And then they left and they left and fucked. It was such a first light of sight to behold this beautiful thing. He should have been there. They ought to make a book about it. And wait a minute, they did make a book about it. It's called Rindercella. That's what I said, Rindercella. Well, finally the mid-clock struck 9, and she raced down the stairs with all of her might, and then just as she reached the bottom, yep, she slopped her dripper. Next day the prancing hens searched all over the corn country looking for the beautiful girl who slopped her dripper, and then he came to Rindercella's house. Well, he tried it on her ugly other, and it didn't it. Tried it on her sickly esters, and it didn't it. He tried it on Rindercella, and it fit did. It did. Yes, it did. It really fit did. That's what I said, Rindercella.
Oh my God.
Yeah, say it slow. Rindercella. We got our first stage crasher of the night. What did you say? What did you say, Talon? Rindercella. He said Santa Anita racetrack. No. Well, they got married and lived happily ever afterwards, and the story of the story is this. Well, if you ever want to go to a fancy ball and lollipop with a prancing hens, but don't forget to slop your dripper. If you want a lollipop, yeah, if you want a lollipop, whoa, if you want a lollipop. All right, folks, let's hear it once more for Retro Diva, the Tiki and Unique Fashions fashion show.